Ever considered getting a doggo? I already have 2 doggos. Okay, you're gonna have to go in your kennel, Poppy. Hey, Poppy, stop it! I already have 2 doggos. Poppy, you ruin everything. I wasn't expecting to ever tell this story, but it turns out the employee making my sandwich was a huge idiot. As I was waiting in line, I noticed my favorite sandwich, the turkey Italiano, wasn't on the menu. The turkey Italiano, by the way, is the same as the Italian BMT, but instead of ham, you put on turkey. Very simple change. I asked the worker, "Do you guys have the turkey Italiano?" And he said, "No." So then I asked, "Can I get a BMT, but instead of ham, I have turkey?" And you know what he said to me? He said, "No." I don't think I'm asking for too much. At my Suaboy, the BMT and the turkey Italiano were the same price, okay? And what do you mean, no, you can't put on turkey? Who's stopping you? I know for a fact that you don't count the slices of turkey at the end of the night. Just hook me up, please. I'm feeling sad. We arrive at the college, I go to this group of kiddos and I say, "So what do you want to be when you grow up?" And at that moment, I realized I sounded exactly like one of those adults who try to talk to kids but have no idea what to say. I was planning on them saying astronaut or doctor, and then I was going to say, "Well, you could learn that in college." That's what I was going to say. "So what do you want to be when you grow up?" They said nothing. They didn't say anything. They just looked at me like, why is this old guy trying to talk to us? So then I just walked away. All right, I need a new question. I almost lost a $1,000 scholarship because of plagiarism. Let's talk about that. My mom, being super nice, bought her the cage, and we bought everything else, including a little black hamster. We named him Squeaks. And he liked to do this really cute thing where he put all of his food in his hamster wheel, and it was made of plastic so he could do that. And then late at night, he would just run in it and it would sound like... It was like a more annoying maraca. I actually made a comic on paper inspired by this hamster. Wow, you got a hamster? Yeah, but he doesn't do much. Well, yeah, this type of hamster is nocturnal. Really? That means I'll hardly notice him. And then at night, he's trying to sleep, but the hamster is loud, and that's keeping him awake. And the joke is that he said he'd hardly notice him, and he's noticing him. I'm silently panicking, because the fish looks like he's going to die in 3 seconds if we don't do something. I start thinking of places we can put the fish. The toilet. But Balake, without saying anything, just immediately bent down, cupped the tiny fish in his hands. He ran back to the table, he put the fish in an empty goblet, and then he poured red Kool-Aid into the cup. Nah, I'm just kidding. He got a water bottle from under the table because they gave us water bottles, and the fish was fine, ladies and gentlemen. It all happened so fast, and thanks to Balake's quick thinking, he saved this little kid's fish. The kid was still a couple of feet down the hall. Balake took the goblet in his hands, he walked it over to the kid, he reached out his hand to give the kid his fish, and then he just chugged the drink! Balake! He drank the fish! And this little kid let out the most blood-curdling scream. It sounded like this kid just watched his pet get swallowed by a complete stranger. It was honestly the loudest scream I heard that night. I bet the next group of people behind these guys were thinking, oh man, whatever's next must be really scary to get that kid to scream like that. Science fair. I was talking to a friend saying, oh, I know, I can do a video about the science fair and, you know, talk about how much it sucks. And she said, oh, at my school, we didn't do the science fair. What? And my bed is right next to a window, so I sometimes open the blinds so they can look outside. And so they're both right next to my face. But then in the morning, if there's another person or, God forbid, another dog outside, then... Jeez, that was a long one. I just like talking about dogs. Every penny helps, because college is important. Except in my case, I dropped out of college. School is for nerds! Why is it so difficult to get a job in fast food or retail? If you don't have any friends that are working someplace that's hiring, and if you don't have any past job experience, then it's so hard to get a job even as a teenager. Or maybe I just completely failed every single interview, I don't know. Me and my sister's birthday is towards the end of the school year. And in elementary school, that last week of school, like, you don't even do anything. It doesn't even count. So hopefully my teacher wasn't too mad at what was about to transpire. My sister and I were just pumped the whole school day, because we helped build the piñata, we helped paint it, and now we're gonna help beat it to pieces. The teacher eventually called out,
all right, class, James's mom made us a piñata, so we're all gonna go outside and whack it.
Oh yes, this was perfect! And for the after picture for the scumbag Steve meme, it looked exactly like my roommate, who I'll just make up a fake name for, Steve for convenience. I'm pretty sure I was roommates with a meme. Just put a fedora on this meme, and boom, that's my roommate, Steve. Luckily, it was usually late at night when he started watching, so I would just have to get to sleep before he started and I would be all good. James, why didn't you just ask him to turn it down? I did! One night I went into his room and I said, hey man, can you turn it down? And you know what? He did turn it down for that night. That night. That one night. The very next night. But you know, he wasn't too bad. He would spend most of his time in his room playing video games, and I would spend most of my time in my room drawing. So except for the microwave juice thing, we didn't get in each other's way too often. Here's actually a funny story. So when I was filming the part in the vegan video when I crumpled up Oreos over Reese's Puffs, Steve walked into the kitchen and he saw me filming this sugary vegan concoction, and I just said to him, don't ask. So me and Jaden took the escalator up to the 4th floor, and it's crazy because you see all these popular YouTubers just standing there. What do you do when you've been watching someone's videos for years, and then all of a sudden you see them just bunched together, just walking around? I'll tell you what you do. You just say, hey man, because you're bleeding out of your hand right now, and you need to get to a bathroom immediately. So me and Jaden are in the hallway, and we're just like, hey Matt Pat, hey Julian Smith, hey Jax Films. Which is why I, James, have decided to partake in the 7-Day Vegan Challenge. But I'm gonna call it the 7-Day Vegan Challenge, baby. Solves all your problems. Can't get enough sleep? 7-Day Vegan Challenge, baby. Can't find your car keys? 7-Day Vegan Challenge, baby. People keep interrupting you? You wanna die? 7-Day Vegan Challenge, baby. All these lame-o pleb YouTubers doing these lame-o pleb challenges, why does this exist? While they're doing this, I'm actually going out of my way to suffer for a whole week for views. I did some research into what was vegan, and apparently Reese's Puffs and Oreos are vegan.
Well, this is gonna be super easy.
Then it looks like he's about to brush his teeth with a massive teeth brush, and then Garfield, that's not pee, sis, and then I don't even know. I don't know what that is, and then there's 2, and one's green? And then we see Garfield say, yes it is. Everyone, shut up and look at this video. I love the internet. Well, no one really took that seriously. We all came up with joke names like Butt Fart or Big Wiener or Shooty McShootface. I'm just kidding on that last one, that meme didn't exist back then. But the name that I chose was, are you ready for this? A girl. Let me explain. When you got shot with a laser, it would say who shot you. So whenever I shot someone, it would say a girl shot you. Hey England! For the entirety of this video, I'm going to be calling this sport football and this sport soccer, okay? Well, blimey, mate, we got a cheeky bugger here, we do. Well, pip pop cheerio, hope a stiffy wanks your knockers, God save the queen. What did I just say?